My daughter told me to cut ties with her sister just because she was marrying her high school crush. What I witnessed at the wedding left me stunned. Now, let me start by saying this is my first time posting on Reddit, and I'm not really a tech guy, so bear with me if there are any mistakes or formatting issues. The reason I'm here today is to ask if I was wrong for refusing to get involved in my daughter's fight. I've got 2 daughters, and there's about a 4-year gap between them. My older daughter, Serena, is 29, and my younger one, Na, recently got married. These aren't their real names, but you get the idea. Na and Serena stopped speaking to each other a few years ago, and it's been 5 years since that happened. They had a big blowout during the holidays 5 years ago, but we never really figured out what started it, and they still haven't told us what it was about. After a couple of weeks of asking them, my wife and I just accepted that they were done with each other. They still showed up for family events and would be around for holidays, but they wouldn't talk or even look at each other. For the last 3 years, Serena hasn't even been able to visit. She got a job offer in Siberia doing research, and that's where she's been. She didn't come home for 3 years, only keeping in touch with us through FaceTime, saying it was too exhausting to travel back and forth. Because of that, she never met Na's boyfriend, who is now her husband. Na's husband, Matt, went to high school with Serena, and they were in the same class. My wife and I took to him right away. He was well-spoken, smart, and ambitious, everything we could want for our daughter. They actually met at work, in the same company and department, and they recognized each other from high school. They got to talking, and that's how their relationship started. Serena never knew about this because we kept the girls' lives separate. We didn't talk to Serena about Na, and vice versa, because it was obvious they didn't care about each other at all. But then, a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from Serena. She was upset, accusing me of playing favorites. After she calmed down a bit, she told me she'd had a huge crush on Matt back in high school. Apparently, she knew that Matt was trying to get her attention because they'd lost touch after graduation. I don't know how she found out about the wedding, maybe through some mutual friends from high school since Na and Serena had blocked each other on social media. But, they still had some people in common, so I guess that's how the news got to Serena. She went on to say that she couldn't let this wedding happen because she believed Matt was the one for her and Na was trying to steal him. And then she demanded that I disown Na and punish her unless she let Matt go. I thought it was some kind of joke, but no, she was serious. I told her she'd lost her mind and that I wasn't going to do anything like that. She started accusing me of always siding with Na and playing favorites. I knew that wasn't true, but she kept pushing the victim card. So, I told her that we could only talk once she calmed down, and then I ended the call. I didn't tell anyone about that conversation that day because Na was happy, Matt was happy, and my wife was too. Serena was in Siberia, so I figured there wasn't much she could do. I kept quiet because I didn't want to cause unnecessary worry. 2 days later, Serena texted me again. She said I had to disown Na, or she'd take matters into her own hands. I knew she was bluffing, so I told her if she tried anything, I'd disinherit her and make sure she faced legal consequences. I thought that would be the end of it, and sure enough, Serena didn't call or text me after that. I figured she was scared off. Then, just a few days ago, Na got married. Unfortunately, Serena managed to delay the ceremony. She'd even planned to cancel the whole thing, but that didn't happen. Thankfully, my wife and I had managed to secure the venue in time. The wedding was a bit far from our house, so we planned to spend the night before in a hotel nearby. But, we couldn't leave our dogs at home. We have 2 old German shepherds, but our dog sitter had broken her ankle, and she couldn't help. Our neighbor offered to take care of the dogs, but he was going on a business trip that week and wouldn't be back until the morning of the wedding. Na didn't want to leave the dogs with anyone new, so my wife and I decided to stay home the night before and then head to the wedding once our neighbor returned. Our neighbor got back by 8 a.m., took the dogs, and we finally headed to the venue. Since we left so early, we were the first ones there. We arrived around 10 o'clock, but most of the outside decorations were already up. The wedding was supposed to start at 11 o'clock. We figured the inside would look just as good, but the first thing we saw when we walked in was graffiti on the wall behind the stage where Na and Matt were going to exchange vows. The words "boyfriend stealer" were spray painted in bold red letters. I was shocked. I knew right away that Serena was behind it. The paint was still fresh, and the smell of it was strong. I told my wife that Serena couldn't be far off, and I was about to call the police, but my wife stopped me. She said it was more important to fix the situation before anyone saw it, rather than focus on finding out who did it. That made sense, so we decided to handle it ourselves. I asked my wife to call someone to get the wall cleaned up, and I'd stall the guests so they wouldn't see the graffiti before it was fixed. We wanted to make sure Na didn't find out about it until after the ceremony. I didn't even call the cops, which, looking back, might not have been the best choice. The venue had its own security, but the team wasn't there yet, so Serena hadn't been able to get inside yet. It was just bad timing on her part. By 10:15, my wife had managed to arrange for a white screen to cover the wall. The hotel staff was kind enough to help us, and they got it to the venue quickly. The screen was in place before the guests started arriving. It wasn't perfect, but it covered the graffiti, and they even added "Na Wed's Mat" in big letters with hearts to make it look less out of place. With that taken care of, we could finally relax a little. The security team showed up, and we knew Serena wouldn't be able to get in at this point. The first guests started arriving at 10:30, and everything seemed to be in the clear. Na showed up soon after, and while she noticed the screen behind the stage, she didn't ask about it. The ceremony went smoothly, and we didn't hear anything more about the graffiti. It wasn't until later, after the reception, that Na and Matt came to our room at the hotel to ask about the screen and the smell of spray paint. Up until then, I hadn't told anyone about Serena, not even my wife. But I finally told them everything. After I finished explaining, Na and Matt were thankful for what I'd done, but my wife was furious with me. Matt and Na were grateful that I had stopped Serena from ruining the wedding, and they appreciated that I'd kept them calm. But my wife wasn't happy with how I handled the situation. She said I was irresponsible and should have told Na and Matt as soon as I got the first call from Serena. She said I should have warned them, or at least warned her, because it could have been worse than just some graffiti. She argued that Serena could have tried to harm them in other ways, and that I should have alerted them instead of trying to hide it to protect them. I thought she was overreacting. I didn't think Serena was really going to hurt anyone physically, just that she was jealous and maybe a little crazy. But my wife kept saying I needed to stop trying to be the hero and learn to trust people to handle things themselves. We got into an argument over it and haven't talked properly for 3 days now. I don't have a problem with my wife, but I don't understand why she's so upset when everything turned out okay. I wanted to explain to her that I did the right thing, but Na and Matt went off on their honeymoon right after the wedding, so I didn't want to bother them. They'll be back in a few days, but I really don't want to be fighting with my wife for that long. I just want to know if I was wrong here, if I'm the one who messed up, and if I need to apologize for not telling Na and Matt about Serena's call before the wedding. I didn't even call the police or anything, which, in hindsight, might not have been the best decision. The venue had its own security, but unfortunately, the guy in charge hadn't arrived yet and was stuck in traffic, which meant Serena hadn't even made it into the venue. It was just bad timing for her. My wife and I spent the time handling the graffiti situation and talking with the hotel staff. By 10:15, my wife had managed to get in touch with a few hotel employees, and they were kind enough to arrange for a white screen to cover the graffiti on the wall. The hotel usually had these for conferences, but they let us use one for the wedding when they found out what happened, which was really nice of them. The hotel wasn't far, so they brought the screen over quickly and set it up. It covered the graffiti completely, though it did look a little out of place. So, the staff who brought it over even went the extra mile and wrote "Na Wed's Mat" with a bunch of hearts on it so it wouldn't look so bare. Once that was sorted, we could finally relax a bit because now Na wouldn't have to worry about any of this before the ceremony. The security team showed up shortly after, and we knew Serena wouldn't be able to get in, no matter what. Around 10:30, the first guests started arriving. Since everything was fixed, we didn't have to worry anymore. Na showed up soon after, and I got to see her first reaction to everything. I walked her down the aisle, and while she did notice the screen behind the stage, she didn't ask about it. The ceremony went off without a hitch. It wasn't until later, after the reception, when Na and Matt came to our room to ask why the screen was there and why it smelled like spray paint. Until then, I hadn't told anyone about Serena, not even my wife, but I finally spilled everything. After I was done, Na and Matt were grateful for what I'd done, but my wife wasn't happy with me at all. Na and Matt thanked me for making sure Serena didn't ruin their ceremony or mess with their heads before it, which was clearly her goal. They said they'd explain everything to me once they came back from their honeymoon, because they wanted to enjoy their few days together. I was okay with that, and once they left, it was just me and my wife in the hotel room. I asked her what she thought we should do about Serena. That's when she laid into me, saying that what I'd done was irresponsible and stupid, and I should have known better. I didn't get why she was so upset when everything turned out fine. I asked her why she was so angry, and she said it was because I have a savior complex. She said I should have warned Na, Matt, and even her as soon as I got the first phone call from Serena, or at least when I got the next message from her. She argued that it could have been something worse than just spray painting the wedding venue. My wife went on, saying Serena could have tried to harm Na or Matt in other ways. She said it should have occurred to me to tell them about it and warn them, instead of just trying to protect them by hiding it all. I thought that was a bit of an overreaction. Serena wasn't a criminal, she was just jealous and maybe a little out of control. I didn't think she was going to hurt anyone physically. But my wife kept saying that Serena could have, and that I always act like I'm doing everything for the best. She said it was the need to be the hero that caused all of this. She told me that if I'd warned them right away, Serena probably wouldn't have even been able to get into the venue. We got into a big argument over it and haven't really spoken properly for 3 days. For the record, I don't have a problem with my wife, but she's really angry with me, and I can't figure out why. I wanted to have Na talked some sense into her and explained that I did the right thing, but Na and Matt left for Greece on their honeymoon right after the wedding. I didn't want to bother them, so I've just been letting them have their time together. They'll be back in 4 days, but I don't want to keep fighting with my wife for that long. So, I need to know, was I the one in the wrong here? Should I apologize for not warning my daughter about Serena's crazy phone call before the wedding? Update 1. Hey folks, it's been 2 days since I made my original post. I decided to take the advice many of you gave me and talk to my wife about what she said the other day. A lot of you pointed out that there was probably more to it than what she had said, and I guess I hadn't picked up on those hints. After reading your comments, I realized there was definitely more to it. So last night, I talked to my wife again, and she seemed to be in a slightly better mood. Turns out, you all were right. She wasn't just upset about what happened at the wedding with Serena. She said that there have been several times in the past when I've tried to be the good guy and protect everyone's feelings, even when I shouldn't have. She brought up a time 5 years ago when our daughters had their falling out. I tried to get them to both come for dinner on the same day, hoping they would get along. When they showed up, Serena left because she couldn't stand being around Na. She told me to never lie to her about stuff like that again, or she'd cut me off too. My wife said I was wrong to try and force them together when they were both adults who had made their decision to stop speaking to each other. She hadn't said anything at the time, but she was hoping I'd eventually figure it out. She even brought up some other examples from the past. After thinking it over, I realized that I've probably been doing this for a long time, trying to fix things when I shouldn't. So I've apologized to my wife, and I plan to apologize to Na and Matt once they return. Update 2. I'm not sure what Serena's up to right now. I didn't call the cops on her after the wedding because I didn't want to make things worse for Na on her big day, and now she's blocked me, so I can't ask her myself. I'm pretty sure someone from Na's circle must have told Serena about the wedding location, but no one knew that Na and Matt were going to leave for their honeymoon right after, so Serena won't be able to find them. My wife and I are on better terms now that I've realized my mistake, and I'm hoping I can change this habit of mine. I know it doesn't do anyone any good. Update 3. Hi again, everyone. Thanks for all the support and kind words you've shown me. This is probably going to be my last update here for a while now that everything is settled. Na and Matt did get the restraining order against Serena recently. We found out that she had been living just a few blocks from their house and had been stalking them. She hadn't figured out where they were, though, so they're safe for now. It's crazy how far she's gone, but at least they're okay, and that's what really matters to us as parents. Na doesn't live at that house anymore, and she ended her lease to move in with Matt. They were able to track Serena down with some help from the police, and after that, it wasn't too hard to prove that she intended to hurt them. Her behavior at the hearings made it clear just how out of control she was. She's also been ordered to pay for the damage she caused at the wedding venue. We've also disinherited her. We've changed our will to exclude her from everything, except for a diamond bracelet my mother had left for both of our daughters. They're supposed to inherit it after I pass away, but since it was my mother's decision, it felt wrong to take that away from her. So, Serena won't be getting anything else, no money, no part of our estate. And we've worked hard for that money. My wife and I ran a successful business for many years before we retired 2 years ago, and we saved up enough. Neither of our daughters wanted to take over the business, so we passed it along to my trusted assistant. I was planning on splitting the shares between the girls, but now it looks like those will go to Matt and Na instead. We haven't told Serena yet because we know she won't take it well, but there's no need for her to know until it's too late for her to do anything about it. Sure, she could contest the will after we're gone, but I doubt it'll stand in court when they realize how horrible she's been to us. She's cut me off completely, and my wife too, so we don't feel like we're in danger from her. Still, we've increased security around the house and stay alert. We're not worried yet, but if she tries anything, I'll make sure I go straight to the cops first. Right now, I just don't know what she might do.